with a fighter like Devin, he has an arsenal. I like to say a warehouse full of tools. You know what I mean? And we brought out the package that stops them from doing anything. We shut them down. As the perfect dance partner, the perfect opponent, the perfect adversary for anybody, your favorite fighter or your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. We're ready. It's Devin Haney versus...
Where the hell Debo at? All that shit. Where Devin? Where Debo at? So-called Debo. Where Devin at? Where Debo? You ain't see him? Hot man. Debo! Hey, Debo! Where the hell you at, man? Do it. Where is Debo? We looking for you. We on the block. Debo got hit with the brick. Y'all already know how it comes. Yeah. Debo, where you at?
But I am going to tell you, he is the baddest guy in boxing, period. He's pound for pound number one.
After Keyshawn Davis publicly called out Devin Haney, Bill Haney did not hold back with his response, and his reaction quickly turned into a major talking point across the boxing world. In the wake of Davis's confident and highly vocal challenge, Bill Haney fired back sharply, openly questioning whether Davis is truly ready for that level of competition, and suggesting that he is chasing headlines and attention instead of properly earning his position in line through proven performances and legitimate accomplishments inside the ring.
The same thing that we talked about we were going to do in the DM before you picked Jermaine.
2026, we're doing it.
You promise?
You promise. You're the promoter.
Well, I got your, listen, in the DMs, I got your word on it. All right, just stand on it. Good luck, handle that business, okay?
The tension between Team Haney and Keyshawn Davis intensified even more following Bill Haney's controversial remarks, adding fresh fuel to an already heated situation. During a recent exchange, Bill seemed to mock certain fighters outright, implying that fans should think twice before putting their hard-earned money on them and questioning their overall value and credibility in the sport.
Me? Or is it every Hispanic or Latin fighter that Debo pulls up on starts to become a comedian? I mean, we started with Subriel Matias. I mean, he was on Jokey Joke comedian time. Teofimo Lopez, comedian. Rolly Romero, comedian. Ryan Garcia, comedian. And not Xander Zayas, Jokey Joke. I'm asking the Latino community that represents so much in this boxing, when did everything get so Jokey Joke? And how long you gonna stand for that? They say everything except let's fight.
The comments spread rapidly across social media and quickly went viral, drawing sharp criticism from many observers who viewed them as unnecessary trash talk that clearly crossed the line and added fuel to an already tense situation. Keyshawn Davis did not hesitate to respond, immediately positioning himself as the fighter ready to step up, challenge Devin Haney directly, and ultimately prove that his bold words can be backed up with real action and performance inside the ring.
So-called Debo. You know what happened to Debo at the end of the movie? He got hit with a brick. Debo might get hit with a brick. Talk some Latins and Spanish people. Nah, don't pick on them. Pick on me. Keep picking on Craig, and you're gonna figure out what's gonna happen. Gonna get hit with a brick. And I ain't playing. You know I ain't playing. Hit with a brick. hit. Belt. So organic, so genuine. Pick on me. I want you to pick on me. Tell Debo come this way. What you talking about? You know what Craig did to him.
Keyshawn Davis says discussions are already underway and confidently believes that a fight with Devin Haney is steadily moving forward and could realistically take place in 2026, setting the stage for a highly anticipated matchup that many fans have been eagerly waiting to see unfold inside the ring.
Devin said, let's do it. You know, I know he's dealing with some legal issues. I don't know what happened. He said he had to turn himself in, but I believe he tweeted like, Keyshawn, let's do it.
He said that?
Yeah, I believe he tweeted like something like that. Yeah.
Well, you know, it was in my DMs. We already was talking about it, honestly, before I even hit the media. So I know it's going to happen 2026.
And you're good going straight to Devin in your first fight at 47?
Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney have been connected by long-standing tension that dates back to their earlier days, with Davis claiming that Haney never showed him genuine respect from the very beginning. He believes Haney consistently underestimated him over the years, arguing that Haney never truly viewed him as a serious threat and failed to recognize his potential and ability as a legitimate contender in the division.
Situation with you and Dev.
Yeah, I never f with Cuz.
Why?
Because Cuz never f with me.
On what tip?
Bro, it was like times where like, me, I was always around Shakur as an amateur and shit. So Shakur introduced me to Floyd, Devin Haney, all that type of shit. So there's a hell of times I'm around Devin Haney and we 24 fitness, playing basketball, regular shit before niggas became celebrities type shit, or just who we are today. And niggas just never even looked me in my eyes. Never showed me respect. Like, Shakur always like, yo, this nigga Keyshawn, this, that, third. He be like, for real? That nigga still a kid. And like, he just never gave me my respect.
He sent you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, big ass nigga, you know goddamn well, nigga, now I'm here, nigga. And everything Shakur been saying, nigga, I lived up to it and then some. What you talking about? And he's still like, his father used to, it's crazy because my beginning of my professional career, his father used to be like, oh, the businessman. What's up with you?
Tank Davis's coach Kenny Ellis shares his perspective on the potential matchup, stating that Keyshawn Davis is undeniably a talented fighter, but believing it may still be slightly too early in his career to step in against Devin Haney at this level. He emphasizes that the concern is not about skill, but about experience, pointing out that Haney has significantly more professional bouts and far greater exposure to championship-level rounds, which carries serious weight in elite boxing. Ellis predicts that Devin Haney would likely win by decision, primarily by outboxing Keyshawn over the course of the fight. He explains that Haney is a busier and more seasoned competitor with stronger ring control and sharper scoring ability. Ellis also adds that he does not currently see Keyshawn knocking Haney out. In his view, the real difference comes down to Haney's ring IQ and proven experience in long, demanding fights rather than pure natural talent alone.
Yeah, I think he should get a couple more rounds in before he go at Devin Haney. But if he feel like he can take him, let him get at him. Let him get at him.
Are you looking at it more like that 12-round experience type deal?
Yeah.
Getting the rounds in?
Get some rounds in, Get some rounds in.
When you listen to and then, there's back and forth going with them too. Devin saying that, he would like to fight, the little brother before the big brother. What's your thoughts on that? I think there was a tweet saying that Shakur, I don't want to step on Devin Haney's toes. I'm going to let Keyshawn get Devin Haney. A lot of people had lots to say about it. They're saying that, listen, they're breaking down the rankings with two to three different people, friends type of deal, taking each other's work. Keyshawn wanted a Tio. Now, Shakur got Tio. But now, because I took that work, I want you to go get Devin Haney. He's saying Devin Haney might be a little bit too big for him. What's your thoughts on Keyshawn's call-out and all this talk?
Let him give him what he wants. Let him.
Keyshawn Davis did not hold back while discussing a potential fight with Devin Haney, openly questioning Haney's punching power and overall level of threat inside the ring. Davis argued that even though Haney has moved up from the 135 pounds division, he still has not demonstrated the kind of strength or physical presence that truly makes opponents hesitant or cautious. In Davis's view, Haney depends far more on clean technique, constant movement, and stacking up scoring rounds than on delivering damaging, fight-changing punches. He believes that style may work against others, but insists that approach simply would not be enough when facing him.
Superstar.
You asking that question. I felt like that's what it was. But go ahead.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm ready to fight anybody. So I'm going for the stars. And I know Devin Haney is the same fighter from when he was at 35. He's the same fighter when he was at 40. Now he's at 40. So he ain't nothing changed. But his weight, you know what I'm saying? I will knock Devin Haney out. Guaranteed. I just feel like, shouts out to Devin, though. You do your thing. Like, I have no problem against you, bro. But we talking business right now. I will knock Devin out for sure. For sure, for sure.
You don't think he's hitting a little harder at 47 than he was at 35 and 40 growing into that weight? That's a no.
It looked like it.
It looked like it.
It looks
to
like
us, Keyshawn.
to me.
Davis claimed he would not feel any real pressure from Haney's offense because he does not see genuine knockout power in it, insisting he could confidently walk him down and dictate the pace of the fight. He also argued that Haney's performances at the higher weight classes have not proven that he can truly hurt naturally bigger fighters, saying the added pounds have not translated into noticeably heavier or more damaging shots. Because of that, Davis believes he could press the action without hesitation and eventually force a stoppage. According to Davis, his own aggression and physical strength would ultimately be the deciding factors in the matchup. He maintained that Haney has yet to show consistent finishing ability in the upper divisions, while he views himself as the kind of fighter who can systematically break opponents down and wear them out over time.
A bright enough star that he'd be willing to take, because, as a businessman, risk reward. You think you bring enough to the table that he'd want to take the fight? He would take the fight?
Hopefully, bro. I hope he would take the fight. In terms of answering your question, a bright enough star, he's already entertaining me on Twitter and social media and stuff like that. So I guess he sees some money potential in this fight right here. But what I would like to do is I would like to become champion, because that just speaks for itself. Once I come to the champion with the table, you can't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know me. People know me. I can go to the UK and sell. Like, I can go anywhere and sell. My first main event, I sold 10,000 tickets. I sell, period. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's entertaining me, because I am a star. But when I come with that world title, whether I beat Dalton Smith or I go move up a weight and beat Lewis Crocker, once I come with them world titles, it's just a different story.
Yeah, I love the fight.
And I also feel like, let the fight build.
Fans continue asking the same question. When will Devin Haney actually send Keyshawn Davis a legitimate offer and make the fight official? At the moment, there is no publicly confirmed contract or formal agreement announced. Haney has acknowledged Davis as a potential opponent and has even hinted that he is on the shortlist. However, the timing appears to depend more on upcoming fights, rankings, and broader business decisions than on any immediate urgency. In boxing, negotiations typically move at a slow pace because purses, weight divisions, and promotional agreements must all be finalized before anything becomes official. Davis has been actively pushing for the matchup, while Haney seems content to keep multiple options open. Because of that, the curiosity from supporters is completely understandable. Fans want clarity and direction, but for now, the fight remains in the discussion phase rather than the official contract stage.
Keep savagely calling out Devin the Dream Haney, and I gotta simply ask, bro, what off at? What off at? Devin Haney fans love that A-side, B-side. Well, A-side got to send the offer. Hey, bro, but Devin got a rematch clause with Cambosos. It don't matter. Send the offer and prove that he really got a rematch clause. Say, bro, Devin Haney already announced his fight with Regis Prograis. It don't matter, bro. Send the offer and prove that he really fighting Regis. Well, Devin Haney fans, Devin should be sending Keyshawn Davis an offer, right? Right? Let me know what y'all think. Smash like, sub up. I see.
Keyshawn Davis has been unusually outspoken about Devin Haney, even going so far as to suggest that Haney is soft and not nearly as tough as fans have made him out to be. After publicly issuing a challenge and insisting he wants the fight to happen, Davis has doubled down on his claims, arguing that Haney's skills will not hold up once they finally face each other inside the ring. He has stated that Haney lacks real punching power at higher weight classes and has yet to prove that he can physically dominate or impose himself on naturally bigger opponents. These comments effectively question Haney's toughness, grit, and ability to handle elite competition as a fighter.
Steroids, and it changed his whole career. It changed how he talked. It changed everything. So us seeing Devin Haney doing all of this with a person that had 0.1 estrogen, and we all seen that Ryan Garcia was still in there getting tired. It's like, bro, I'm sorry, there's no other word to put this. You're a bitch. Excuse my language. That's how I feel. You're soft. You don't know how to take your L's. You a person that been given everything all your life, a daddy's boy, making sure you've been straight all your life, and now you took your first loss. I feel like you don't really know how to take it. Granted, I wasn't in there fighting Ryan Garcia, but you ask me how I feel. You just took it all the way to suing and all that extra.
Keyshawn Davis has been making bold moves recently, with his dominant victory over Jermaine Ortiz serving as the latest and most impressive example. In his junior welterweight debut at Madison Square Garden, Davis controlled the fight from start to finish, ultimately stopping Ortiz with a 12th round TKO, marking the first time Ortiz has ever been stopped in his professional career. His performance displayed a perfect combination of patience, sustained pressure, and raw power, allowing him to carry the fight on his own terms and finish decisively. That victory not only preserved Davis's unbeaten record but also reinforced his status as a rising force beyond the lightweight division, proving that his skill set and physical abilities translate effectively as he moves up in weight. After the fight, Davis made no effort to hold back, immediately calling out Devin Haney and signaling clearly that he wants that matchup to happen next. With momentum firmly on his side and confidence at an all-time high, fans are now buzzing about the potential Davis versus Haney showdown, viewing it as one of the biggest and most anticipated fights in boxing for 2026.
Keyshawn Davis goes out and dominates Ortiz, beats him pillar to post, and knocks him out in the 12th round. 11th round body shot put him down. 12th round body shot took him out. I was really impressed with Keyshawn that night. How about you?
Yeah, no, I was impressed because Ortiz was a handful. And I think that's the best I've seen Ortiz fight. We know that he's a championship spoiler, right? If you're not careful with guys like Ortiz, they can win quiet rounds, and next thing you know, you're in trouble in the later part of the rounds. This fight could have turned out that way, but Keyshawn never allowed Ortiz to play the spoiler, and he closed the show. If Keyshawn wouldn't have got that knockout in the end, then I probably would have picked apart that performance a little bit and been like, you know what, man, Keyshawn wasn't at his absolute best. He could have done this. He put it in another gear. It was a big moment, a big stage, but he closed the show, and he never let the sport.
At 147 pounds, the stakes are significantly higher, and analysts note that titles matter less in today's boxing world than star power, exciting style, and fan engagement. Davis brings an Olympic pedigree, precise skills, and relentless pressure, while Haney counters with technical brilliance and proven championship experience, creating a stylistic clash that promises fireworks inside the ring. Some observers even describe it as Davis actively hunting Haney, refusing to back down from the challenge, with Bill Haney guiding Devin's career, and Keyshawn determined to prove himself on the biggest stage. The promotional build-up alone could rival any high-profile unification bout, and by summer 2026, this matchup is expected to stand as one of the defining moments in the sport, captivating fans and shaping boxing narratives for years to come.
The performances that Keyshawn Davis has is really more entertaining than the performance that Shakur Stevenson had. We were talking about Shakur Stevenson and tank in the 135-pound division, but as Keyshawn kept emerging, he was already a conversation of Shakur, Keyshawn, and Davis, Keyshawn. Of course, we got Andy Cruz. They're going to be facing Moradaya on the 24th. But look like that fight is not gonna happen. The primary fight for Keyshawn Davis now, in my opinion, is Devin the Dream Haney at 147 because that's his plan. The primary fight for a Devin Haney, in all actuality, should be now a Keyshawn Davis. If Keyshawn Davis is willing to fight you, and they call in and Devin Haney and Bill Haney, shout out to Bill Haney, he's done a wonderful job as a manager, is saying that they Debo, well, Keyshawn Davis is Craig, and Keyshawn Davis is running towards Debo.
Carrington also addressed the size difference, noting that Devin is naturally the bigger fighter, but emphasizing that Keyshawn is no small competitor either, particularly as he continues moving up in weight. He described the matchup as closely contested, framing it as essentially a 50-50 fight when considering experience, technical skill, and overall ability, highlighting that both fighters bring unique strengths that make the outcome highly unpredictable and the clash extremely intriguing for fans.
Keyshawn Davis, he stops Jermaine Ortiz in the 12th with a body shot, but then calls out Devin Haney. What's your thoughts on that? I was just listening to the Twitch. Actually, you posted up a Twitch of Aiden Ross.
Aiden Ross, yeah.
He was talking about you. He was like, "Yo, who's that dude from New York?" He was nice with it.
Yeah.
Jaco was like, "Yo, shoo."
Yeah, that was cool. Big shout out to Aiden Ross. Hopefully we could.
But in that same live, he said, that the Keyshawn Davis and Haney seems like it's going to be put together. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
That's a really good fight. I do feel like Keyshawn has a great chance at, doing well in that fight. I think that Devin has the experience on his side, but Keyshawn has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and he's looking strong. He's looking really strong his last few fights. And like and he made a point, I think, in his post-fight interview. Like, a lot of people not giving him credit for his last few wins. Like, he's been stopping.
Carrington believes that Davis possesses a deeper bag of tricks and underappreciated skills that could make the fight highly competitive, potentially challenging even a seasoned opponent like Haney. Overall, he expressed respect for both fighters, while emphasizing that Davis has the talent, tools, and versatility to turn the matchup into an exciting and unpredictable contest that fans would eagerly anticipate, showcasing both his ability to adapt and his potential to make a lasting impact in a high-stakes bout.